You guys, it is time for a pattern haul of the simplicity and the new look patterns that I picked up. Listen, I picked these up during the last simplicity sale, but you guys know I was underneath the weather, so I'm gonna show you guys now. So if that's some content you would like to see, please continue to watch. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Rochelle from Rochelle.Handmade.Designs, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you the patterns that I picked up. I don't even want to tell y'all how long it is, but it's been sitting in a box for me to do a pattern haul so my daughter could put in my drawer, my dresser drawer, okay? Because it's the end of the year, so we're cleaning out the bottom drawer where the older patterns are and making room for the new patterns into 2024. So I'm waiting on the winter patterns, and so far I'm good there, okay? So I'm gonna be sharing with you guys the simplicity and the new look. I put that more new look pattern instead of simplicity patterns for this. Now, this was last week, well, actually a week and a half ago during this sale, but I got sick and now I'm better. So because I'm better, so basically I'll post up on the screen when this pattern sale happened, but simplicity is not on sale as the recording of this video. Okay, so sorry, but I'll let you guys know what the sale is, because by the time you guys are seeing it, it will be next week into the week after Thanksgiving into the first week of December. So I will post the sale when, you know, I post this video of this current sale that's up, okay? So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. But if you are new to the channel, welcome. Hello, Ciao, Guten, Aloha, Hola, Konnichiwa, Gwaan, Sabonani, Shalom, Bonjour. If you are returning, you guys know what to do. Go get you a quick snack, something to drink, grab your notebook, come on back so we can go ahead and get into it. So without further ado, and to keep this short, sweet, to the point, keep it sweet, but give you all the deets, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so for the simplicity patterns, I picked up 4 of those, and I didn't even count how many new look patterns, but I picked up quite a bit of new look patterns because a lot of these have been on my list for a while. And then it was 1 or 2 patterns that I thought I picked up because they were in a list, but I never could cross them off, so I picked them up again. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So simplicity. First I'm going to do the 4 simplicity patterns because it's not many. But the first one, so when I went to Joann's like a week and a half or so ago for the simplicity sale before I got sick, right? This is like, I want to say this sale happened during Veterans Day, okay? At the recording of this film, it is Thanksgiving week, okay? But happy Thanksgiving to you guys. And by the time you're seeing it, it's no longer Thanksgiving, but I'm going to put it here anyway. All right. But anyway, this sale was like the week of Veterans Day. Okay. Yes, I know. Don't judge me. All right. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get into the pattern. So the first pattern, one thing. So I had cardigans, coats on my mind picking it up. And I know you guys are like, Rochelle, you stay in Florida. What the hell do you need a coat for? Hear me out. Okay. So I know the temperature is supposed to be dropping next week. When you see this, the temperature already dropped. So with that being said, you know, I was thinking of some coats, probably making some coats towards the end of December. So let's go ahead and get into those 4 patterns, simplicity patterns first. First one is Simplicity 8992, which is a pattern hacking pattern. This pattern came out fall 2019. All right. So with this pattern, you could hack the pattern. I'm going to put them all up on the screen. You guys know how to do. You could hack the pattern. You could do it as the paste pattern. You could do it as an open cardigan. You could do it as a button front cardigan with the cuffs and the ties, or you could do it as like a 3/4 length cardigan. So I felt like this one would fit the bill for what I'm looking for in the style of different cardigans by just using one pattern. Simply because that's what I'm into doing in 2024. Basically use the pattern once or twice before just not necessarily retiring it, but try to do 2 different looks from one pattern. So this is the first pattern that I got, and it's Simplicity 8992. Next pattern is 8993. This is more like a coordinate wardrobe pattern. It's easy to sew. Now, the reason why I picked this up is simply because I think I put this on my elastic only video, and I'll go ahead and link that video in the description box below as well as on the end screen. But I believe I talked about the pants, but this one has a t-shirt or top, a jacket that's easy to sew, 1 button, probably 6 pattern pieces. And of course, I'll put all the pattern pieces up on the screen so you know how many pattern pieces for each pattern. View C is just an elastic skirt with a slit on the side, and then view D is your pants, right? So that's why I picked it up, because it's an easy kind of like a wardrobe builder. This would be a good staple for like a fall wardrobe or a winter wardrobe. Just use the right fabric for it. All right. But moving over to the next pattern, that one was 8993. Moving over to the next pattern was Simplicity 9014. Now this pattern I picked up simply because I know when I did the sewing 5 and below, one of the viewers sewed this one. I'm going to put the name up on the screen who sewed this pattern. And for some reason, I didn't pick it up then, which I knew I wanted to. But I decided to pick it up now because I actually put this on I think I put this on my No Notion. Actually, I did, because I'm looking on the back of the pattern and it's a No Notion pattern. So once again, go grab your notebook as well as your pen. If you have not done so already, pick up this pattern. This is a No Notion alert. All right. Simplicity 9014. Moving over to the next pattern. One thing about 9014, it is less than 5 pattern pieces for this pattern. All right. Simplicity 9014. Moving over to the last Simplicity pattern that I picked up. It's Simplicity 9015. Easy to sew jacket pattern. Now for this one, you will need some notions. If you do view C, you're just going to need a purchase toggle. If you do view B, you're going to need a coat snap and some 7/8 inch wide buttons and 5 package of a 1/2 inch wide double fold bias tape for that. So it's a nice pattern. I thought it was super cute. Now for me, it tells me that I could use Ponte. I could use corduroy. I don't need Sherpa. I don't need wool for this pattern. So I will probably do this pattern in a corduroy for this pattern because I need something lightweight, nothing really, really heavy like a wool. So that's what I would probably be using for this pattern. But once again, it's Simplicity 9015. All right, so those are all the Simplicity patterns. Let me move that out the way. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the new look patterns that I picked up. Some, like most of them are older patterns, but I'm hoping you're able to find them in your local Joann's. If not, look on Simplicity website. You guys know I put those websites, the simplicity.com website, I put up when, you know, Simplicity or New Look are on sale so you can get them at a discount. Now, I know a lot of the New Look patterns are not PDFs. They are a fee. So if you, I know on Simplicity website, most of the time when you spend $75 international or even in the US, you get free shipping. Now, I'm not saying spend $75 worth of pattern, but if you do, that's up to you. If you know some friends that's in your local area who want to go half and half with you and one person buy, by all means do so. Don't say I didn't tell you, but hey, sometimes that's the way that you save money. But I know for the shipping, depending on the cost, it's a cost factor where you will either pay $7, $8, or $9 for shipping. Just make sure that you look at the price point of how much you're going to pay for shipping. All right. Moving over to the first pattern, New Look 6743, this top. Now, the reason why I picked up this top is for view B. I think it's a nice throw on top. Just wear a tank underneath it and you're good to go. Once again, it's New Look 6743. Next pattern that I picked up is 6769. Now, these next three, I'm not sure if I actually showed these, but I'm just going to kind of whip through them. It's 6769. So I picked this one up for the wide leg pants. Now, you guys know when I showed the new release pattern, I showed how most of them are reissue patterns. This is one. It is a Vogue pattern that's you know, this is basically a reissue of a Vogue pattern. I'll put it up on the screen so you're able to see that. But this is New Look 6769. Next pattern is 6770. So this is a two-piece. This is the same exact pattern as Simplicity 8924. I went ahead and picked it up. Well, I have that pattern, but it's in my Connex box outside in my garage. But I went ahead and picked it up again because I have something that I'm going to be doing with this pattern into 2024. You just have to wait to see what that is, okay? But once again, it's New Look 6770. And this pattern right here, it is a elastic only pattern, okay? And the elastic is for the pants. View A is a no notion pattern. So once again, I'm just gonna tell you, View A is a no notion alert pattern and View B is elastic only. Moving over to the next pattern. Next pattern is a New Look 6771. This pattern right here, you guys know I love the two-piece set. For this one, View A is a no notion pattern and View B is an elastic only pattern. So once again, it's easy to sew, just for knit. You're gonna need some knit for this one. You know, all the different knits that you could decide on. And this is a no notion alert and a elastic pattern alert. All right, so get into this pattern. Moving over to the next pattern. So the next couple of patterns are all kind of like older patterns, but I seen them in the pattern drawer and I was like, oh, I need to get that. Why? Because they were $1.99. So that's why I went ahead and picked them up. So the first pattern is New Look 6000. And the reason why I picked it up is because I like what the model is wearing in View C right here. Whoa, well, I'm sorry. View C right here. So that's why I picked it up. I like that red dress. And you know, with the holidays coming, I could definitely see myself making those pleats. It looks like pleats on the side of this dress. Need a zipper in the back. I could definitely see myself making this for the holidays festivities. I think that would be cute. But once again, it's New Look 6000 or 6000. Moving over to the next pattern is a vest pattern. So it is a learning the basic pattern from 2011. This is New Look 6036. I think this is so super duper amazing, if I do say so myself. So with this one, like literally, I just feel like this one is super good, right? So making a vest, you know, just a little short vest, put a tank top on it and you're good to go. Once again, it's New Look 6036. And if you've been following any of my wardrobe patterns, I don't always put a vest in it, but if you've seen one and you wrote down a vest, get into that pattern. Okay. Once again, it's New Look 6036. Just write it down. All right. Next pattern is New Look 6051. Now from here on out, I'm not going to say New Look because I have said it 3 times already. The rest of them are New Look. But this one is like a tunic. So you're going to need some Shea Muse fabric. In terms of notion, you will need some single fold bias tape. For this one, just 1 pack of 7/8 inch wide single fold bias tape. And that's just to go around the neckline. Now, if you are like myself and don't like bias tape, now here lately I've been using a lot of bias tape. So I'm not saying that I'm a bias tape girly. I could probably say that in 2024. I don't mind it now, but I definitely have to create my own. I don't think I'm a fan of buying bias tape. We don't know yet, okay? But if you are a girl like me who would rather prefer facing, you can draft your facing, 80/60 bias tape, make your own, and then this becomes a no notion pattern. Once again, it's New Look 6051. Moving over to the next pattern, it's New Look 6067. Okay, we're not gonna say New Look again. 6067. Nice, gorgeous dress with a tie. For this one, you will need some notions, a zipper for sure. The reason why I picked this up is because I like the piping. You probably can't see this, but on View A, I'll put the photo up. View A, there's some piping going on there, so that's why I picked it up. And I thought the model was gorgeous, but I do like the line art. Would be an easy, quick, simple waist darts for the top, and the skirt has waist darts. So I thought that that would be so cute. I don't really see any type of bust darts, but there are kind of like some tucks going on in the front. So I would love to do this dress. So moving over to the next one. This one is 6067. Moving over to the next one. Now this is where I got back into the whole coat situation. I seen this blazer and I thought it was so cute. So I went ahead and picked it up. It's New Look 6099. So I like the slanted pockets on this blazer. And for this blazer, I wouldn't say it's an easy to sew, but you will need some notions. Of course, the zippers on the side. But if you 86 the zippers, this becomes a no notion pattern, okay? So if you decide to kind of like cut out the patterns, don't mark the zipper area, and you're just gonna wear it as kind of like an open jacket, this pattern right here becomes a no notion pattern. Once again, it's New Look 6099. Next pattern is a gorgeous dress. It's New Look 6119. Bam, Project Runway patterns. So, and some of these Project Runway patterns are hard to find, but you gotta go digging for gold. You know what I'm saying? So this is New Look 6119. So this dress, so this one, I was thinking of this as a nice summer on the beach or at the pool type dress, right? So for this one, I like the fact that it has a necktie, a band. Now this one you can get away. Well, actually you can't get away with a no notion because you will need bias tape for sure around like the armholes, the neck. You will need some bias tape. I would say create your own bias tape from the fabric that you have. I'm just saying. But once again, it's New Look 6119. Moving over to the next pattern, it's New Look 6573. It's an easy to sew dress and kind of like a cape or a short cardigan, right? Now, I will tell you for view C, the cape, it's a no notion pattern alert. And for view AB, it is a zipper that you need to put in. However, if you enlarge the back seam allowance by 5/8 of an inch seam allowance and 86 the zipper, this pattern right here becomes a no notion pattern. So once again, it's New Look 6573. Moving over to the next pattern, it's New Look 6665. Okay, I just noticed I've been saying New Look, but it's 6665, all right? I'm sorry, you guys. 6665. So for this one, I love all the pleats in the skirt, which is what made me pick this pattern up. I mean, it's spring and summer majority of the time here in Orlando, Florida. So therefore, I just picked it up. But once again, it's 6665. Well, those are all the patterns that I picked up during the sale of Simplicity and New Look. I hope you enjoyed this video. And since you made it this far, do not forget to hit that like button, subscribe button. Also, smash that notification bell so you are notified every time I upload a new video. So I'll catch you in the next video. And as always, keep sewing.